Whoa, that's bad. Welcome back to Lexus Revival Garage. My name is Mark, and today let's reset our 2001 ES300 project car's rear end back to factory specification. In the first few videos you saw of this vehicle, you probably noticed the previous owner did try to lower this car. He was able to get the rear struts or coilovers installed. However, he never got to the front. And when I bought it from him, he actually offered me the original stock suspension for the rear. So we're gonna install that today. And we're also gonna take a look at the brake pads and rotors because I have a feeling those need to be replaced as well. So hang tight and let's get to it. So the back seat of this thing has to come out. So if you've ever taken out the back seat of a Toyota sedan, it's pretty simple in most cases. The LS430 was very similar when I've done one of those in the past. This is literally just kind of clipped in. So you pull from underneath and you take it out. Now on here, there's going to be several bolts. These appear to be, I'm going to guess 12 millimeter. And we're going to go ahead and loosen those up so we can get the back seat taken out. Loose belt on seat belt. Wanting to go in, so we're gonna explore that a little more. Yeah, that looks cross-threaded, so take a look at that before we put everything back in. Here. Oh, that one's missing. Oh my God. Whoa. That's bad. It's a good thing I got pads and rotors. Got the brake pads out. Virtually no pad left at all. I'm surprised it's coming off this easily. I don't know if modern Lexus vehicles have this, but the old ones have a parking brake adjustment, a hole for it right there. Like that. Okay. Okay, I've got new pads and rotors installed on both sides. So that is looking much better and also much safer. So can't wait to try those out. Now let's go ahead and see if we can remove these aftermarket coilovers, and I'll also show you something else we're gonna have to take care of in the process. What you're looking at there is a part of a sway bar end link. I'm guessing that when the prior owner went to go lower this car, that was preventing them from doing so as much as they wanted to, and those got sheared off or cut off or what have you. So I went and purchased new ones this evening, and we're going to put all that back on once we have all this dismantled and taken care of. So let's do it. I don't think I'll be able to film the entirety of this part, but as you saw earlier, we have the back seat kind of, we took out the base of the back seat and we have the back part just kind of leaned forward here. And we have this sort of insulation stuff. And there's our strut, top of our strut, or coilover right there. And so we're just gonna reach in there. We're going to unhook those three. I'm going to guess they are 14 millimeter. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and loosen those up, and the coilover should come out. First coilover removed. These ended up being 13 millimeter nuts holding those in. So just in case you were curious. Okay, because we have this lovely sway bar that's not connected to anything, I went ahead and got new sway bar bushings. So that's a 12 millimeter bolt. We're gonna unhook the bracket here and put in some new bushings on either side. Okay, it is 2 to 3 days later. And I haven't really been filming much of this suspension work because it has been problem after problem after problem. I finally got the stock suspension back on, which I discovered are actually just Monroe quick struts, so not thrilled to see that, but it's better than what was there before, for sure. You can also see on this one, of course, new rotors and pads went on, but we also have sway bar end links now, which were cut off before. But I ran into some issues with the little bit of rust that this car has. I had a bolt on this. I ended up replacing the sway bar bushings, but the bolt that holds on the back side of this sway bar bushing bracket sheared off. So I'm gonna have to probably tap that to the next larger size here momentarily. At least we're gonna try to do that. I had a bolt shear off here too. This is less critical, so I went ahead and just used zip ties to secure that in place right now. I'll deal with that later. The other side, I had issues with the sway bar link, and we're gonna have to create some sparks, I think, because this is literally just spinning freely. If I put an Allen key back here, it's totally stripped out. It's gonna have to be cut off. finally I can get this sway bar end link on this side. I ended up having to destroy the bolt that was there. Literally just disintegrate it with a drill for probably close to an hour in total. I'm glad that that is over with. But now let's put on our sway bar end link and put the tires on, and then we'll be able to drive the car. Finally. Suspension work sucks. Really, really does. Well, after a very long, tedious process, we finally got the rear suspension back to its normal ride height and smoothness and comfort. I am very pleased with how this turned out. Definitely liking the way this looks better than before. Lowered cars just aren't my thing. Just not my particular cup of tea. And the height of the rear end of the LS here and the ES, the contrast between the two isn't so drastic anymore, so that's good. And yeah, I'm happy with it. Okay, so it's been a few days, and you may remember when I took the back seat out, I had issues with the seatbelt bolts not going in all the way. So I think there's an issue with either the bolts I had before. I think they were cross-threaded or something of that nature. I got new bolts, and so we're gonna go ahead and put those on today. And I'm just gonna loosen our part of our back seat here. Just enough, yeah, I think that's enough to get our seatbelt contraption in here. I'm gonna work, I need both hands for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and work to get this installed, and I will be right back. I'm just gonna try to run one of these new bolts in. I found these on eBay. So yeah, I think we're gonna need to clean out the threads down in there. That's just it's not feeling very good when I try to screw this in. So I'm gonna work on that, and I'll be back momentarily. I've successfully tapped the threads in each of these seatbelt bracket bolts here, and they're in there good and tight now, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Now all I gotta do is get the seat back in place, and I might actually go ahead and clean under here because it's kind of gross. So I will do that and then get the seat back in place, and then we can call this one done. All right, we are looking like a car again. Let's get back here and let's see how secure these buckles are. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I know I didn't record everything that I did as I was doing it. It was just pretty involved, and some of it did need more. I did need assistance for part of it, so it was a bit on the tougher side, not in terms of concept, but in terms of, you know, heavy lifting. Plus it took a long time, and so there would have been a lot of you know, time lapses and things like that, you know, may or may not have been interesting to you all. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this one. I hope this video was helpful and informative. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as usual, if you like this sort of content and can't wait to see more and can't wait to see where this car goes next, you know, definitely subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.